girls, this month we've been talking about our heart, and I'm here to give you an example. We've all seen oceans, rivers, lakes, how pretty they look when their water is clean and neat. But what happens is that sometimes people start putting trash in it, and it makes the water get dirty and look ugly. In our heart, it's the same thing. We need to keep it clean in order to have a nice and neat heart. But there's several things that make our heart look ugly and dirty. For example, disobedience. Sometimes maybe your parents tell you, you guys go to the store and they tell you, oh, well, we can't buy you this. And you're like, no, I want it. But mom and dad tells you, no, I can't buy it right now. And you start crying, you disobey, and you just don't want it that way. And that is one thing that makes our heart look ugly, the disobedience. For example, another thing that gets our heart dirty is when we lie. Maybe sometimes your mom tells you, oh, did you clean your room? Did you finish your homework? And you're like, oh yes, mom, I already did. But you haven't done it. That's one other thing that makes our heart get dirty and ugly. And of course, God doesn't like that. Even if it's a big, tiny lie or a big one, it's still a lie and it still stains your heart. Another thing that gets your heart dirty is envy. Maybe you see a friend in your school that has something that you really like, but you don't have it. And just because of that, you start getting mad at her and you see her like in a bad way. That's also one thing that God does not like it, and it gets our heart get dirty. The other thing that makes our heart dirty is when we're rebels. For example, sometimes maybe your parent, your mom, your dad tells you, oh, you have to go to church with us. You have to go and read your Bible. And sometimes you're like, no, I don't want that. I don't like that. That's boring. That's you being rebel. And that's one thing that God also doesn't like, and it makes your heart look dirty. And as you see, even if it's a little stain, it doesn't matter. It's still a stain. And for us to keep a clean heart, we have to be obedient, stay away from lies, and be a good girl. I know it's hard, but if you put all your effort, God will help you to maintain a clean heart. So girls, this is my advice for you guys. So keep your heart clean and God will bless you.